Alrighty then, do we have sound? We are live. 2 moments, 2 moments. Alrighty. Camera. Apologies. YouTube decided to change on me today. I'm trying to multi-stream earlier, and YouTube changing. too much for my head. It all went wrong. And I've only just got back on, so bear with me just 2 more moments, please. The early stream managed to come on YouTube, but trying to do the multi-stream, it just didn't work. I've been watching. It should have worked. It hasn't worked, so I guess and I tried doing it earlier, about 20 minutes ago, and everything got a little tight. I didn't even think I'd be able to get onto YouTube, so some things have simplified, yet some things just don't do what they did. And for my little head, it was just a bit too much. Where's my... Here we go. This is looking better. I think I can see. How's everything your end? I've been a bit busy today. I've not been able to put time to socials yet. Honestly. Terrible behaviour. Starting to get a little chilly, actually. I didn't know how to even create normal stream with one camera. Everything looks great. Awesome. That's cool. Right, 2 minutes. Let's give it a few minutes, and then I'll start to go and explain my way through these Vargheists. It's a real thing, isn't it? I take my hat off to you, Fantasy Craft Forge. You're on your socials, you're doing your stuff, making it move, and it's good. I'm trying to copy you. I'm trying to emulate you. I take my hat off to you. So I'm trying to learn. But technology, as I say, something's gone weird. I meant to have added stuff to make the stream easy, but, you know, it is what it is. So I thought that can wait till another live. I'll just get this live, show these Vargheists, just because they're too cool not to have a look and see what it is I'm trying to do. I feel that some days I avoid social media completely. It give the brain a bit of a reset, like slow down. We were doing great so far. Oh, well, thank you. It is just time and numbers game. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. But I do think, sorry, no, I don't. I don't think all the time that's a fact. But I like to know what it is I'm doing. Like, I feel more confident doing videos, trying to learn a bit more social media, trying to do stuff, which is quite. It's taken a while for me to get there and lose all the other stuff that's been in my head for the first part of my life. That'll be a lot of fun to paint these. Well, yeah, I am super excited, and I'm not gonna lie, because I've got a bit of a. I don't know if you know Blue Peter or remember Blue Peter. It was an English thing. I don't think it was global. Decades ago, 2 decades ago, I think, or maybe this. I don't know. Here's one I did earlier, kind of thing. Early on in the stream, on the first stream today, when everything went wrong, what I was able to do was all these Vargheists were black. Then I dry brushed them. That same Caliban green, that same green that we did the Wraith Knights in. So they looked like the Wraith Knights did. All black, black sprayed, and then dry brushed really heavily in this dark green. Then, like on most of my videos and the way I do stuff, that slap chop style to make it easy, I dry brushed them twice. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. With the verdigris. And that gave me like this colour here. And these are just cool models. They're in really cool poses, but I can't show you the rest until I've at least spoken through for, is it the VODs? So they understand what's going on. Or people catching up. But they came out with this stunning colour, and I love this colour. It's like a high fantasy colour. It's not quite white enough like typical vampire style. But I love the colour, and it's going to suit the calling to a T. And all of this Soulblight Gravelord, they've all got this verdigris on, at least some sort of verdigris, which pulls them all together. They will be similar to Wraith Knights. Ish. They've already gone bright, but I've done a few things differently. I've used a couple of the same techniques throughout, just so they, like I said, just so they kind of, when they're on the table in a battle top, or whether you're putting them all together for D&D, they just match. They just all form together. They've got something. They've got a few colours that just unite them. But what I did today, or this morning earlier on, was I re-blacked out the skin in between the wings, and I did that with the black Templar contrast. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. I had to be as careful as I could not to get the super bright colours, blacked out. So it took me a little bit of time. Now, I haven't done all the inside of the wings because once I'd done this to all 3 of the models, it dried super quick. That's one pose, by the way, which is pretty cool. I was thinking, well, I want the hair a different colour. I want blacks and I want reds just because they're cool. And when I was younger, I watched Thundercats, all of it when it came out, the cartoon series, and I've even bought the whole thing on DVD for my girls to watch. But on that, like, there was the lizard guy, and I forget his name now, but the speckle to his skin on the lizard, that's kind of in my head, and I want to replicate that onto these Vargheists. So what I'm going to do is this Ushabti bone, I'm going to put that on the inside, because the inside's going to be more of a brown and speckled, like a light browny grey, or maybe pink, we'll see. Like the inside of the skin and speckles, and the hair, it's all going to blend in with a dark brown and a red. Trust me, I'll show you, we'll get there. But what I tried earlier as well was just adding some red to the black. And I was painting it on, then basically washed out the red, and I'm going to show this technique and have it in this video for tonight, and I'm going to do the rest of them because it was like it was like a super wet blend that I did with the red, but what do you think? Yeah, it's there. Now I'm going to add these speckles of small colours into the skin, maybe under the armpit, slightly change the colour there and do a few of these speckles. It could work, it might not, but I'm here to have a go, and I hope other people tip up to watch. Sometimes you just got to go for what's in your head. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong. If you get it right, laughing. Red looks so good on the wings. Yeah, so this was the first attempt. Sorry, I'm moving. I think I've got the phone upside down, so I'm going the wrong way. This was the first attempt as I was trying it, thinking, what shall I do? And this was the second attempt, and this is probably closer to how I'm wanting it. Just faded out that little bit more, but look at that for a pose. And you're going to see me do all these, but look at that. It's just super cool. But yeah, I'm digging it. I got excited when I came back in, even though everything's gone upside down with technology today and tonight, just before I got live again. When I sat down, I saw these dried and I was like, I'm happy with this. This could look cool. I could paint these wings with this red and completely leave these models, and that would be more than enough as a tabletop standard. Slap chop and some wings. So let's see if I can replicate what I was doing and try and gain some consistency. So I'm going to go for red on all the wings, and then I'm going to, on the fur and the hair, I'm going to add this Ushabti bone, but it will get darkened down and speckled real quick. So it's basically like the second step to what it is I'm going to do. So without further babbling on, have a swift drink. We can carry on. We can carry on. I've got I've got some socials to catch up on tomorrow. So twice streams per day are great for painting. Creates time to dry the paint. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Do you know, when lives work, when the technology works, it's easier to live stream because you do it as you're doing it, and then you can maybe, if you're recording it, make shorts or do whatever it is you want to do from then. But because post editing, and you know yourself, editing and rendering and stuff, and just takes forever. do this here as well so people can get to see real time. But yeah, at least I'm live. There's no Patreon, there's no Twitch involved, but maybe I'll find that out at some other point. That's 2 drops. I normally use 1 drop of airflow improver, but I want it looser, and it is really, 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 really red. You wouldn't have thought that you get that colour from this red, but you do. Tech never works. About 2 years with my website still is hell. Man. It's weird because you wouldn't believe it to look at it. You wouldn't believe you had a battle on your hands. Everything always looks neat and precise. It's very good. But have you been editing today? Oh, but now it works great. Everything is sharp on your stream. That's cool. That's cool. It's I think YouTube, I can go up in bitrate and bitrate quite high, which is cool with YouTube. But here we go. This is a bit where it's like, okay, look how red that is. And I'm just aiming for the middle. Just aiming for the middle through all of it. And not as thick, but wider. And then this is a huge difference. Yeah, it's scary. But all I'm doing now is I'm super wetting the end of my brush. Slight dab on the paper there. Do you see that water collect? How wet it goes. And then I'm just going to go onto the red. And I'm just going to wobble it. Just going to wobble it. I'm just going to take all that thick pigment out. And I'm going to water it down. Blending. I haven't done much since that last video that I did on it. But here, where it gets super red, it's not picking it up, but it looks like, oh no, I've messed it up. You know, I've got it on the verdigris. Really wet with the brush. Pull it. Wet the brush end, dry the brush end, and soak up. Oh, off screen. Dry the brush end. Where it's gone onto the white and the red, literally run the brush on it and it picks up all the red off. And wherever it's too red or too bright, just move it about again. Remember, just want to move it about a bit. Today I just finished editing the intro animation for the cursor strat. Oh, okay. Okay. It's got me excited. 3 weeks of work. Oh. Great effort. Cannot imagine the final paint. Well, hopefully it looks all right. I'm just trying to remember in my head now, like how much I had this red on and how much I didn't. Does allow you to be a little braver, I guess. With it being more of a wet blend. And I'm just moving it about a little bit. I'm not letting it settle to that deep red. See there. And just wipe it off like so. It's always a mystery. I love how it is created live. Scary mystery. I want the red in the middle, not at the ends. In the middle more to the end. There we go. As long as that red doesn't dry by the verdigris, it'll be fine. It is a bit wet, so this is what happened last time. You can see it as it's drying. And the colour will disappear. That's not bad. That's not bad considering I'm getting back into it again. The flow. Yeah. Let's have a go at this. Oh, I'm getting the colour is drying pretty fast. Yeah, it does. I think it's because even though it's wet, I am taking all the pigment back out of it. The airbrush improver, flow improver. Aim for the middle. Some of these bits were hard to get the black on. That's for sure. Okay, a very important question. What is playing in my headphones today? Okay. Now, it was funnier earlier on. earlier on the podcast, I actually had, it was more like 80s, 90s power ballads. Like Show Me Heaven from Days from Days of Thunder and China in Your Hand by Pow and stuff like that, Celine Dion. It was, I don't mind. It was what it was, but I'm afraid I'm a bit stereotypical right now. It's The Dark Knight is in my headphones. You could have bet your house on that. What are you listening to? Oh, here we go. Hey, little fox. How you doing? Do you like the red? Are you winning, little fox? Is in that. Are you painting or are you just chilling? Dark Knight approved. Love the red. Hey, I think that's all of us. I think we're all a bit of a fan of the red. Red seems to be working. And why I'm painting all the way over there. Just chilling, just having some tea. Okay. Oh, sustenance. This is a thing with the wet blending. It's easier to cover up mistakes or easier to get away with fixing mistakes. That's coagulating. More than I thought it would. I have 67 tasks for my project that need to be done. Know what to do. Perfect way to burn. Never stops. Never stops. That one might be a bit too red. We'll see if that one darkens down. Haven't seemed to have done that as well as the others. We'll see. I think I'd just put less on and then spread it out, to be fair. There we go. This is what I was doing before. Ish. Kind of. Kind of remembered how I was doing it. I think. Takes a little while. I may not be able to talk and paint for a few moments until I get used to doing this again. Or finding what works. I think I've got it. That's the only thing with painting early and then coming back, leaving it on a good idea. Because you have to then replicate what you were doing. And it is very simple what I am doing. Just putting a very small bit of red on. I'm just looking. I'm trying to make it red everywhere, but redder at the higher point of the curves. But still have enough red either side. And also have it random enough that it's believable. Oh. What was the time when I started streaming in the morning? Well, I'd planned to do it about 10. I ended up streaming after. There was only myself and Monomer. But it took me ages just to get streaming like I am now, like it did again tonight because everything's changed. So I just want to make it. Look at the models are cool. The models are so cool. Sending me out It's been stressful for me. Computers. So that's how you're doing it. Generally thought you were using a different technique. Just wet blending. What were you think? Like, what did you have in mind? What were you thinking? Now it's gone a bit too red. This is, give it a bit more water. Conan's now in the headphones. Film score from Conan the Barbarian. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought you dry brushed the highlight and then used contrast paint red where you wanted it, then picked out highlights. Oh, no. No. This, so, alrighty. See you in a bit, fantasy. These models were spray black, dry brushed with Dark Angels green, really hard, heavily. Then this verdigris twice, so everything was like so. Then black contrast in between, trying not to get it on the verdigris, and then just this corn red. Wet blended. Simple. As simple as it gets, I think. Oh, I'm just trying to go randomly with the highest points. I need it red enough and watered down for the speckles because I'm wanting to do the speckled skin. Like the lizard man from Thundercats. Do you like the way you've done it? Okay, cool. Cheat? You mean cheating? It's always going to be the easy way. We'll see how that dries. Yeah, that's a lot redder. Probably dull that down with something. Yeah, a lot redder. I'll have to come back in with that at some point. It'll do. Keep it going. think I got used to use speed paint videos, so presumed. The truth the truth is that they're just too small to pick up that detail for me to dry brush. I mean, you're right. If I can get away with dry brushing, it's happening. And then just darkening it down. But I really couldn't get in. It's quite tight. Not without covering the bones in between the wings. Like, I just couldn't get them the right colour, so I knew I had to paint. But of course I was never going to paint or do loads of highlights. Cheating. Bit of wet blending. Legit technique though, I think. There we go. That's a bit better. This is how I was doing it. That was a bit too much red before. It's taking me just a moment to remember what I was doing. I'd have been fine if it wasn't for all the technical difficulties I've had in YouTube changing up on me. This is very, very simple with the wet blending. So even if you get it too wrong, you can really darken it down afterwards. I think my camera's in the wrong position as well. Yeah, that's it. That's more like it. That's what I was doing. The black contrast over maybe. Oh yeah, like on here, where it is just that bit redder. We'll see how it dries because I am going to speckle it as well. It might be fluky away, but if it's really bad, literally do the contrast. The Black Templar back over the top of it. Absolutely. Great idea. And see, this is why it's cool to hang out with people who can paint and people who are clever and creative. So then I can cheat and use all your ideas. Get you to solve my problems for me. What am I doing? Babbling instead of painting. Typical. But these will be the easiest models to have painted as well out of this Spearhead box set by a long shot. I just wing it. Well, do a pretty good job. Pretty good job at just winging it. Trouble is, you do have to let them dry. If you turn them too quick, they'll go, yeah, like. Oh. I'm finished. Thought I had, and I hadn't. And then if you do get a bit of red on there, it's just so easy to pick it off. Get rid of your errors. So good. I'm going to try and do it to all the hair as well, but no, I've just got to be careful that I'm letting stuff dry properly. It will spread. I'm still learning myself. Yeah, but you're a pretty good learner. Love your Dark Angels, by the way. Love the Dark Angels, those photos. I can never... I couldn't get them right. Couldn't get them right. Can't get body armor right. Maybe a bit more than that. Yeah, not that much. You're welcome. It's truth. They were awesome. Yeah, I gotta let that dry. If it gets too wet, it's pretty easy to move on. At least I'm not over-redding it. It's almost like cheating. That's another Insta I want to do, is of models. I paint. Yeah. Get it done. What are you painting at the moment then? Have you told me? Have I forgotten? Am I being useless? Mind Stealer. That brings Mind Stealer. Mind Stealer. You're going to have to be more specific. Mind Stealer. It's a Warhammer model, 3-eye horned Egyptian looking cat. Oh, have you? I will send pics there. Yeah, super cool. Do that. Please. I'm trying to think now. Have you painted something like that before? I'm starting to get a bit chilly. Chilly here in the north. Hey, Fantasy Craft Forge. Welcome back. Oh. Getting chilly. I've done one before in the past. Okay. Pretty cool. I just remember you doing like a Sphinx. That could have been something else. Okay, right. What haven't I done? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hang about. Yeah, I kit bashed a Selena and Mind Stealer. Oh, must be one thing. I've got like an image in my mind. Okay, so they're going to be whatever they're going to be. Some may be brighter than the others, as I was talking and babbling and doing stuff. You see, that to me looks like I've been trying to paint and paint badly to get highlights. The bright bit, whereas the other bit is what I was trying to get more, the one below even. Turquoise, teal and pinks. Oh, I'm a fan of all those colours. Right, this is a scary thing because these colours are a bit... Oh, you know when you think you've finished, then you realise that this one's got two tiny wings. This one must be the general. So let's do the general's wings. Stood on ruins over water. Did that go in the shop? Am I right in thinking that, or did you... maybe a bit too red there. Do you know, this would probably be easier as well with a smaller size brush, but you know what I'm like. Learn to get good with the bigger one. I've missed a bit of black there, shocking. Awkward bit. Yeah, Warhammer York did a piece on it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, right at the end. Got it. I've got enough in there, I think, so I'm going to go back to the Shakti bone. Now, this looks bad. It might look like really light and really bad, but we'll bring it down pretty quickly. Love having textured MDF. I want one of these, but instead of it being Artus Opus I bought from his site, I want the DungeonDen one. It is what it is. Oh. We got a few of the 67 things on the list done. Let's see. It's all a bit weird today. Seeing everything. I think's feeling amazing. Oh, okay. I do have to get these legs. I'm just going to go gently near the skin. It's the only place I'm going to be slightly delicate, near the buttocks. Oops. I will get your texture painting. Oh, it wasn't a dig. It wasn't a dig. I was just talking. I forgot. Honestly, I didn't even thought of that. I hadn't even thought of that. I was just looking at the board and doing. I can be a bit quicker with this. Hopefully, it dries pretty quick as well. Oh, nearly put it in the red. That would have been terrible behavior. Always go with the grain, typically. And I'm just lightening it up to get the spots on, so we can see the cool speckles of the skin that we're going to put in. And then we'll darken it. I know it wasn't. Okay, good. And you know, like, these are very, very simple techniques. Seem to be doing a pretty cool job. Fantasy Craft. I'm completely burned out today, so just watching you with Skyrim ambience in background, drawing the next. Cool. Oh, cool. Working at a chilled vibe. Bit of Skyrim music, nice. Well, I'm glad I can be part of your chill. This is therapeutic for me after all the technical difficulties of today. So I hear you. I hear you. Nope. Didn't want it on the end of that. I mean, these are cool models, but what? How am I meant to get in there? These are the ones out of the full box set I was looking forward to paint the most, because when I saw them, they were the ones that I had an idea of the colours that I wanted, and then that was easy to come up with the colours then for the skeletons and everything else. It came from seeing these and wanting these from the box set, and to have a go at these after I'd done, I think it was these. I'd done a painting video with blending and layers, and it was the first time I'd ever done that, and on another model, and thought, you know what, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. And then when I'd seen these, I thought, gotta try do that technique again, or something like with the wet blending. And then the rats, the Skaven rats, the rat ogres, they were really cool to do. So, been looking forward to these. But the box set on a whole, it's hard, man. Hard to paint. I give these, you need like painting level of a minimum of 4. Normally gives stuff 3. I reckon you need to be a 4 to really paint the box set. Not these particularly. Not even so much the skeletons, but definitely those blood knights, man. Like blood wraiths. They were brutal. So time consuming. Need to be at a sort of level of painting to concentrate to paint them, I think. I haven't forgot, don't worry, I just have a lot on my plate. I know. Bless. I know. No pressure. Not even a thing. I love seeing people's paint scheme ideas, and they're always different. Like, Outscames are going to be different color schemes. Yeah. It's it's what's he called? Carl. When he'd shown the orc and done like that cartoon style or cell painting. Is it cell painting? I can't remember the exact name of it, but and with the colours, because he was eating the old school bubble gum. So the blue and the pinks came to him. Hey. Just going to cheat like that there. Oh. Careful around his hairy bits. Oh yeah. I want to concentrate a little bit here, but careful I'm not touching anything I've just painted. I think it really is an art form in itself to try and paint under the camera. I don't know how they do it properly and talk. I mean, clearly I don't have a problem talking, but talking and painting. Hmm. See if I can get in here. Oh, that's a hard thing to show. I don't even know if I can show you that and paint it. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to paint it for me. Yeah, I had to get in there. Looks easy to get into there, I know, but it wasn't. Not like this. This is easy. More you shapty bone. You're doing a great job talking and painting under the camera. Thank you, Fantasy Craft Forge. I just to mix it up a bit, because I'm getting a bit excited and need to calm down. Because I know I'm going to do this next bit pretty quickly, and they'll have to dry, and then the speckling will come, which I'm really excited about. But also nervous, but nervous in a good way. I'm always nervous in a good way. But I was watching something I've been waiting for a long time. The Masters of the Universe film back in the day got absolutely slammed, but as a kid, even though it wasn't the cartoon, because I was about 6 or 7 when I watched that. Maybe 6, maybe 7 when I watched with Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella as Skeletor. I'm so sorry, but it's way better than what people say it is. That last bit, some of the plot holes and some of the films a bit, but talk about epic. When Skeletor's about to gain the powers, and he's got He-Man strapped up, and none of his friends are there. The words that come out of that man's mouth, Frank Langella's, and the venom and the audacity in his words in those final scenes before he turns. Epic. Anyway, I'd seen something. Sorry, I was losing myself then. I'd seen a trailer for the new He-Man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Can you see that? It's a bit very simple. Just trying to get the colour in there. Doesn't even matter how strong it is, because it's going to get dyed right down after we've put some speckles on it. Always trying to go with the grain when I can. I think it's quite key. Can't really see what I'm doing in there. If I can't see it, nobody else can. I can see from this side though. Oh dear. Paint on my finger from something. Hope I'm not putting it all over the model. Monomer, good evening. Hey Monomer, how are you doing? Welcome back. Can't stay too long, but I want to say hello for the algorithm. Just saying hello is super awesome, man. Super awesome. Algorithm equals audience. Thank you. Oh. I'm glad I didn't drop that in the paint. Serves me right for trying to be funny and talk and paint. Are you more relaxed than you were earlier, Monomer? Or did it end up stressing you out, your duties? That was close. That was close. I think I was pretty relaxed. The moment I saw I was fine. Just getting whatever I can in on them. It's gnarly. Like I had there, it is what it is, but Do you know, I love that red. It's coming off like a purple. That's it's actually redder through my eyes. Like it is. Or is it? Well, I don't know. Pretty cool though. I'm getting excited. Speckling's coming soon. Yeah, like that's gone really, really red. I'll put some contrast on over the super red bits. What a model though. Oh, hang on. Is this? Oh, got one more to do. Yabbering. Roast chicken was successfully cooked and eaten. Survived a plague. Just need to get children in bed. Yeah, yeah. Grand efforts. Grand efforts. I'm starving. I never actually got any cooking today, so I'm slightly jealous. I've not really eaten properly, so I was too busy having a nightmare with technology. But I think I'm going to make something nice when I get in. Not quite roast chicken. Not going to do that. Would I like to borrow a light box to take pics for Insta? No. Thank you, but I've honestly, I just when I'm taking photos, that's done really quickly. It'll be a while before I need a light box for my photos. Plus, I'm running out of space for. I'm running out of space for everything. It's getting dire. Right. Okay. Got something playing in my headset as well that I don't know what it is, and I'm not a fan. I mean, the guy's voice is all right, but it's very, very somber, but in a somber way. If that makes any sense. All right, now it's just kicked in. Game of Thrones. That's better. The Game of Thrones in the back of the head. Oh. Campaign on Friday may have some fireworks. Plus, I've got some super creepy music that we're going to play. For some atmosphere whilst we're playing. I wonder who can guess. Trying to get this so you can see this. Oh, that's terrible. Maybe I don't want you to see it. Got some good ambiences from Fantasy Craft Forge that he's been pumping out on his channel. The Blightfall sounds. By the way, Fantasy Craft Forge, that Blightfall, these series, so you don't know a set. What do you call it? A set? Is it a set? The ambiences are absolutely stunning. They're going to be set the perfect mood for me as a DM and us as players in the campaigns. Absolutely perfect pacing, perfect tone that I need for the calling. Super cool. Super cool. Try and get in there. Easier said than done. I don't know, can you guys even see that? At the angle. This is easy, very easy what I'm doing, but hard to get to. And I'm getting excited because I know I'm nearing it. Oh my word. This is ridiculous. Hang on. Might have to concentrate a second. Oh. Go with the grain. Oh. Spawned that somehow. Thank you very much. Still working on the access for you to download it. Oh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. So cool. We'll see. Well, I'll have to message you about something anyway. That's in my head. So I may email you if that's okay. Something. Oh, look at this. I found a cheat code into here. The grooves are so good. The details so good with this size 3. I can actually go in and rub it left and right with the grooves, with the grain. Oh, that's fluky. There you go. And you don't have a technique. Make one up. Start off small and then get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now I'm unsure how I'm going to get this one. You are welcome, Fantasy Craftforge. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh, I see. Now I'm reading the thing. You are very welcome. There you go. Sorry. Should read the chat a bit more than sticking my head up. But see, your stuff's super cool. And now I can share it with my socials, or learn how to share it, or do so. I will. Getting in there now. Getting in there. So nobody's gonna see. I don't know why I'm putting the effort in. Probably just so it's right in my head. Okay. Few more bits. I'm getting excited. I'm trying to not rush it. But I have got it on his hair where he doesn't have hair. Maybe more. If you want in the future, I can create something specific for you. For me, it's a hot. Oh, what? That'd be so cool. That'd be super cool. Thank you. That's knocked me off my painting game a second. Yeah, that would be absolutely. That'd be absolutely awesome. And I could play it. I could put it into post as well. That'd be so cool. Yeah. Putting a smile on my face. Pull that bit out there. I think that's going to do with the hair. I'm also planning in making a TikTok page, share my models. Oh, super cool, super cool. Right. Oh. Let me get this done for my head and then I'll stop for a second and let everything else dry. Yeah, no, Fantasy Craft Forge is super, super cool. It's really, 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 really cool. Definitely be emailing or chatting, however, on something. So cool. The brain's just plugging away now. I don't know why, but I got Rena's sulky hut ambience. Hey, Rena's still. Hang on, let me roll some dice, see if Rena's still alive in. I think she's doing well. I think she's good. I put the paintbrush in my mouth. But it could be my own beard. Alive or undead. Well, that would be telling now, wouldn't it? Alrighty. What's the one I've just done? So, red's a little red at the moment, but I might be going over them with a shade as well over these speckles. But that is drying nicely. The moment it has, I'm going to start with, it's going to be like possibly a shade. Got some rosa for the skin, some skeleton horde that I'll bump right down with flow. We've got this horrible brown. And we've got this beautiful burnt umber brown. Where's my red gone? And we've got the red to do the splotches. I guess the only thing is, do I use my size 3 to be putting these tiny little speckles on? Or black? I need a black as well. Not the contrast black, because the contrast black will not hold. That'll spread more. That's more like to possibly dab on over stuff if it's too bright. If it gets too bright, I need a black. Which I have somewhere. You didn't sell that brown to me. Oh, hey, Gigan. Welcome. Stopping in to say hi. Those wings look fantastic. Oh, well, thank you. The inside's nowhere near, but yeah, we like the red. I think we're all a fan of the red on the wings. Thank you. Thank you. Here we have this horrible brown, instantly shoves it down. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's super cool for mud and earth, like on the hill. It's like on you know, for the bases brown to blend in, it's really, really good, but to use it for anything else is a bit. And by the way, this is a bone shawl. This will be tipping up in the campaign. Magic item, artifact. There you go. Little sneak peek on the lives. But yeah, bad brown. But we are going to start speckling and then bring this down. Do you know what I'm going to do it on first? I'm going to do it on the guy that's opened up. That's all I wanted. I don't want anything cool here. Didn't need anything too amazing of a paint job. Just like your shabby bone in and done, because now we've got greens, we've got your shabby bone, maybe not, dark browns and red. So here comes some spots. Oh, that's what I was saying. Do I use a 3? Maybe a 2. We'll see how this end goes. Smaller than what's normal. Right. Let's see if I'm trying to go too far with this. Beyond my painting level, which isn't high, but let's see if I can just get away with this. Let's see, actually, let's get a couple of dots out. Let's see some of these colours on there. Can you see those very well? Shakti bones. Get this red out on the black as well. Nearly. Poppet already trying to make a dragon horde. Yeah, well, I think Poppet's going to end up with some dragons. Oh, do I go with black first? Yeah, let's go with black. Let me get comfortable. It's actually comfortable down here. Now the green and everything is just going to be put on top. Quiet again because I'm concentrating. Trying to get it done. I wonder if I'll get the size right in a minute. It's quite hard on the scale for me right now to judge whether I'm doing it well or whether I'm not. But when we start getting a couple of other colours on and next to it and over the top, I'm going to see, I guess. And I think once again, we've got to be careful, don't we? Less is always more. You can always add more. Don't forget we are going to get like a shade colour over that. And a bit of pink as well. Just go in. And then if they start looking good on the wings, I'll find the bravery maybe to do around the armpits or stuff where it gets a bit of a lighter colour. But I think the trick is to just be brave. Just go for it. Just try these things. Less is more. Keep telling myself that. Gigan, are these for Age of Sigmar? These are Age of Sigmar models, yes. They're from the Spearhead box sets. These are the Soulblight Gravelords. It's where the skeletons, I think you may have seen. If you haven't, I've done a skeleton video. And that's where the skeletons came from, and recently the Blood Knights too. But I also use them in my D&D campaigns that I do, because why wouldn't you? But yeah, these are Vargheists, Age of Sigmar Spearhead box set, Soulblight Gravelords. And less is more. That's a mantra I've got playing in my head right now. Oh, I've done some quite big blobs on that one there. It's all right. I'm not afraid. Move that a bit more into the light. Do you know, they say Favorite saying of mine is that you can forgive a child for being afraid of the dark, but you cannot forgive a man for being afraid to step into the light. And I like that. I like that. Feels very epic. That feels very like fantasy. Don't know where I was going with that, but just popped into my head. Maybe because I thought maybe, just maybe, these models could end up looking epic, which would be super cool. I think I'm going to be happy. To be honestly, I'm easily pleased. This verdigris, the colour of them now, just the body and the wings, that's enough for me. That's easy. Based, same as everything else. I'm happy. So the fact that I feel like from using these cheap techniques and the wet blending that I've got this time to do this is pretty cool. Is that one and done? Little gem. Knowing Mark, probably both the Age of Sigmar and D&D. Yeah, hit it. Bang on the head. I'm sure I've just babbled about that. Sorry, I haven't looked up in a second. Gigan, you are right. Less is more. A subtle detail really adds a lot. I'm finding that so people like yourself, you know, say that, and it's like it's something that's sticking to me more and more in my mind when I'm trying to do stuff. Less, you know, there's a couple of things, isn't there? Like I'm always banging on about trusting the process and, you know, commit to what you're doing. But less is more is just one of them. Sometimes it's just bang on. Ooh, tattoos sound fun. Do you mean transfers? I'll paint them on. Huh? What did I mention tattoos? Sorry, to paint them on. Amazing. That would be fascinating to see. Oh, I see what's happening. So true. It is really fun to try new paint techniques like adding spots and stripes to minis. I want to work on it. I should read the stuff more, a bit better. Tattoos. Do you know, that's so cool. I've actually stopped at those giants. I never really varnish my models because they're not taking me hours and hours on end to paint. So I don't need to. And I'm just waiting until I find the nerve to do a bit of tattooing on them. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to, I'll say you, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out, aren't I, for a video on you doing tattoos. Because it'll be getting watched. Okay, here we go. Again, these are quite tricky, to be completely honest. Hard to get to. This one's not so bad. Less is more. Do not be afraid, I guess, of doing different sizes as well, because I can counteract that. Maybe a bit too much of a blob. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, people are only going to see if they grab the model and say, oh yeah, like that. Oh, saying that, might be able to see from here. Oh, it's speaking of which, Gigan, you do a pretty good job at getting your camera angle right as well and painting. It looks easy. It looks easy for you to hold the model how you do on the camera, find the angle and paint it. Is it easy for you? Is it easy for you, or is it harder than it looks? Because I'm finding it's way harder than it looks. Okay, little fox, cool. No worries, no worries. Be cool. See you in a bit. Yeah. Here we go. Just trying to get that on. Less is more, less is more. The hardest thing is to get different sizes on, believe it or not. For me, right here, right now. I want to get one in there, but I can't reach it, so I'm not going to overcook it. I think the key is to have not just spots as well as it's light. Ooh, bigger ones and little ones. I would not say easy, but I have been getting better at it. It looks good. It looks good. For the fine details I'll clean up. I have to do off camera. Okay. Okay, cool. It's like I do manage to get everything. On camera, but you may not see it. Like you might lose the angle. Like on live, this is pretty much how I do my videos to paint as well. Except I'm in the other corner of the room. It's the same, but a slightly different setup, and the camera can be a bit closer to my hands, so I'm in a better position. But it's only like when I can't turn it, completely mispointing it at the camera. Then I don't paint that finer detail. Your painting is you paint really well. Get them spots there. My hand in the way. Get it out. It's got allowed some. Nothing's perfect. Not nature, not nothing. Skin, not birthmark spots. No. Oh, although that was a bit much. Yeah, I don't know. I'm quite liking it. I'm quite liking it. Like through my eyes, it doesn't look as good as how I'm seeing it through the camera. I was just looking at them through the camera for the rest of my life. Little Gem back. Hey Gem. Gigan, I know what you mean with the angles. It gets tricky. I think you just have to. Right. This is going to be perfect. Perfect to show whether I'm doing a good job or a bad job. Look how open this wing is. I'm trying just to different sizes. It's taking some concentration because I'm barely touching at the end with the two, but a couple next to each other as well. If you're going to have a lot, do it like that randomly. Here on this big wing, here we go. Bit of a line, dot, teeny dots, big dot. Maybe that one's got a lot. Say less is more. Look, I've done loads. It's like a polka dot show there. It's just showing support to Gigan and Fantasy Craft Forge. They deserve it. They deserve it. Always learning new things, trying to push myself. I think I'm always trying to stay out of my comfort zone. Just growing up, last 40, how old am I? 43 this year. Am I 43 now? No, wait. That's scary. I think I can't remember, but yeah. I like it. I like this nervousness. Like now, live, trying to do these spots, speckles, and these wings and stuff. It's beyond me. I like to dry brush and just paint block colours and then shade. So, but I like it when be brave. I like it when people are brave. It's good. Good things can happen, and lessons can be learned as well, which is important. Where were we at? I think the spots are looking great. It inspires me to try this more with my minis. Okay, cool. Thank you. They're getting there. I've got a couple of greens and reds put on as well, and we'll really see how that handles, because depending is whether I put either a bit more on the skin, more to the wings, and how I do the hair. Trying to leave the hair to the last point when the model's formed, becomes something, and then I can just make up a snap call in front of a live audience and either carry on doing okay or we could go really wrong. But I'm feeling it. I'm feeling charged. I've got there's a lot of creative people on this channel right now, and it's exciting. It's super cool. Gem being cool. You're cool, Gem. You're always cool. I think you should go for it. Add some spots to skin as well. Okay. I think a few on there would look good. Possibly I might be brave and put the Yashapti with some black. We'll see. I'm slowly building up to it. Right. They're black for him. Oh, have I blacked everything? Have I blacked up? There we go. How long did that take? Live whilst I was babbling. I don't know. Not too long? Not too long. Okay. Okay, cool. They're the blacks. Then the greens. It's the only thing with using the reds and the blacks. I should probably change my water, but it's all going to blend in. I actually like the big and small variation of dots. Looking more natural and yes, uniform. Yeah, that's slightly in my head, but I've found that really hard to do the little dots then. Should have maybe used a smaller brush. I don't know. Maybe not. But I think we're going to go for green, except I can't remember which model I went with first. I don't suppose it matters too much. No. If I can see the dry or not. Oh no, that wasn't first. This one was first. Right, green, let's see how... Put that green up just a touch. Here's my paper. See how the green goes. I'm going to try and hit it on top of the others or round and about. So I do it all off screen. Sorry. About right. Now either bang in the center of it or a dot next to it. Not on all of them, because nature is not perfect. And less is more. I suppose so. If I'm doing too less, and it's almost like, is it worth doing it? I don't know. We'll see. Very green if you don't do it over the spot. I've been meaning to spoil you to a small brush. I've got them. I've got small brushes, but I just feel like I struggle. I struggle to paint for that long with that much detail. I like to get my models done, and I think, okay, with the Blood Knights I had to go down to a 2, like with these doing the spots, but some of you guys are just, you got too much skill. Too much skill, too small a paintbrush. It'd take me forever to put on. I'll stick with the big nasty. Right, getting quicker and quicker. I'll bring one next session. I don't need them. I don't want them. I've just given a load to Carl. Just next to it. Just a splodge. What happened to pushing comfort zones? No, it's more of the fact that using a smaller brush is going to be easier, but it's going to take me longer to paint the model. That's not a comfort zone. It's already taken me forever to edit. If my painting took longer, I'd have nowhere near a channel. It's more challenging. Oops, like that. More challenging with a bigger brush for sure to paint detail. There's the challenge. See that? Just like a leopard's, I'm trying to do it bang on it or just off to the side. It's not very good. The hook is in control here, not me. Hook normally does me pretty well. It's slightly making stuff harder here. There we go. That's fine, unique. It's what makes us all unique. It is, yeah. It is. Like I say, massive respect. I get tired mentally painting, so if I have to paint for too long, I just never get anything. I just never get anything done. I'm only doing this because the slap chop and the wet blending really hasn't taken me long. If I wasn't yabbering on YouTube, they'd have been done already. Normally I get to chill out at the weekend and I actually try and leave stuff alone. But my kids have been away, so I've been afforded the opportunity to hang out and chill, vibe with you guys, and paint. So I'm feeling good right now. Feeling fortunate. Feeling energized. We're going to a trance when I'm in the zone painting. A couple of hours can fly by before I know it. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know I've put that? Oh, have I put that green on everything? Yeah. 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 Unsure about the green. The brown's getting it though. The brown's gonna get. Do you know what? I'm just gonna blend that in a bit because why not? I believe it was this one first. Here we go. I'm hits and miss depending how well it's going, but I agree I can gain a trance and lose track of time. I mean, it's a real thing, isn't it? Tell you what's about to be a real thing in a minute. You're about to see me pick up a 0-0 brush. after all that big talk, you might see me pick up a tiny brush. It's hard. I can't. Oh, did he once? Did he want? Oh, there we go. I found the end of the brush. Oh. It's weird. My brushes have different ends. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. I know what I mean. And this one's actually, my big one's got a hook on the end of it, the old hook. The worst thing about painting is when you start sunset and suddenly see the sunrise. Yeah. True, I've done that before. Laugh out loud, true, yeah. You feeling okay, Mark? Size 00 is pushing it for you. It really is. Especially now I'm laughing. I've got to try and refine my zen to put tiny spots on. It's like a whole thing, time. Being in those zones whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. Oh look, I've managed to create a hook on the end of this brush. Oh, there we go. One more up here. I can kind of control what's happening. Unless I do that. Pirates of the Caribbean's now in the back of my head. Do you know, I quite like that brown if I get it right by the green. I know this is hard to see. Sorry. I can actually see that. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens when I go over with the pink. Brownie pink. I don't know where I'm putting stuff. Say, Gigan, did you say you were painting something right now? I can't remember if you'd said so. Do I twist my brushes in the paint to form a tip? Yes. Oh. Yes, I do. And after I've finished with them, oh, I can just get a cluster there because I did a line. I twist them in the paintbrush soap. I have noticed one or two brush ends come out on me recently, so I don't know what that is, whether that's just a me thing or just a brush, things going to happen to the brushes. It's too hard to try and show you in there, peeps, sorry. No, this is feeling alright considering I'm just winging it and no idea what I'm doing. All I've got is the picture of the lizard guy from Thundercats in my head and his skin. And I'm trying to replicate it. That's it. That's all that's happening. Dots are way better when I can control the brush and do tiny dots. To form a tip, yeah, like so. Yeah. But I think there's just a brush end ahead. Oh, I've done it. I think there's just a hair coming out at the end. Oh, I've done it. Oh, I've done it on everything. Okay. And in here when I clean out as well. So I love this ashtray. You can give it a good clean out. The brush. You can curve into the end. That is mucky water. And then I turn it in the towel. Oh, that's going to dry in a moment. And then I'm going to mix this pink in. Try and dumb it down. But to be honest, if I just coloured the bits of white left in the hair, that'd probably be enough for me. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to dumb that red down, possibly. But to like the others. Yeah, I've got my phone upside down as well, so I've got to go the opposite ways to get into stuff. But I mean, these are cool, cool models. And whether you're playing Age of Sigmar, Battle Report, or you are doing your D&D, when these bad boys come out, epic means business. That's for sure. Right. Oh dear. Painting the end of it. Oh, it's coming out. It's too whitey. Too whitey pink. Oh, look at that. That rosy flesh that I've just done on the giant video on Patreon. That rosy flesh, and is it? No, I want to say Boogerman's, but it's not. It's not Boogerman's. It's something else. Succubus skin. Really, really good for skin tones. I want, I'm going to mix that and that with Rosa. And then some contrast. I'll get me 7 brush out. There we go. Try painting detail with that. Okay. What a weird pink that's going. Did not expect that. Expected the skeleton horde to do a bit more. It's just getting eaten up in the pink. Wow, that's strong. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. I just need a bit more. Wow. The Rosa and the Vorpus are super strong. They're making this contrast paint weak out. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. This is the kind of colour I want. That's the kind of colour I want to go over into a layer. So let's really destroy the pigment there with a bit of brush flow. Oh, look at that. That's seeping. How cool is that? Gigan, not as I am watching, but I'm painting the Zinc Sorcerer from the Warhammer Underworld. Nice. Nice. Proper painting with them. Are you sticking to a standard coloured scheme, or are you doing your thing? Should have a video out. Oh, should have a video out in a few days. Alrighty, I'll be on with that. Right. I've got my water ready in case everything goes completely Pete Tong. The Yorkshire War Games have an amazing selection of colours. Do you know they really do? That's where I've picked all my stuff up from, Jem. Since I've known he was open, I've bought every model from him and every paint thing you've seen since after the Skaven box set. After Skaven Tide, everything I bought has been from him for everything. all I'm doing here, I might have to highlight over that again. All I'm doing here is getting it on, then I'm going to brush it back up, soak it back up. But I'm trying to get it right into the bite. I've just realised I'm using a size 7. It is what it is. If it's wet enough, it will just follow the strands. So I'm using it more like a wash. Literally, that is what I've created, a wash. But I do want it to the edges really more so than the inside, but we'll see. It'll do what it'll do. Whilst I'm here, I'm just going to put it into the hair as well. Dye this hair down. Just so I can have a look-see as it's drying and I'm getting on with everything else. Right. Trouble is here is I may actually have to just do one part of this, you know, the wing, and then let it dry off. Otherwise, it will roll into everywhere that I don't want it. I'm going to have to, I don't know. Can you see the difference? Just tying it all in. Mostly following the box art. Okay, ooh, okay, it's cool. Oh, great effort. I wouldn't like to paint any of those type of models like that. It's beyond me. So I believe I'm getting away with this, you know. Let's do a bit more. I think I've accidentally done all right here, people. I feel okay about it. As long as I can replicate that colour, keep replicating it. And come on to a winner. Bit more water. Oh, that's why. Airflow improver. Airflow, airbrush. Flow improver. Losing my mind. There we go. That's what we're talking about. It's not that much on your brush. So get all of his bits as well, didn't I? Just quickly do this like this. I'm not. This is the only thing. This might slow me down. I don't know how long it's going to take. He's so lovely and supportive. Oh, Dan. Yes. Little gem. He's I like him. That's why I've chose him to give the man my money when I'm spending it. And I'm trying to also get him to set up a night or a time for people to come down and learn to play Age of Sigmar Spearhead. Because there's like Warhammer groups and stuff in Harrogate, but like the D&D and everything, it's just so hard to get the communities really, really going round here. It just is. I don't know why. Plenty of people play D&D and Warhammer, but here in the north, we're just not. It's not the same, or we end up having to travel a long way to get somewhere and do something. I'm actually going to go to an Age of Sigmar tournament this year. And I'm going to be going down to Nottingham. Not to try and win or anything, just to have fun and just to get to meet people and get in there. See how they're doing it down in other places. Those spots are coming through really, like, they're looking way better than what they actually are just with having this on. Really tying stuff in well. That flow improve is strong. Looks like I may have to paint the verdigris back in, but it's going down to that green that I dry brushed it in, so it's pretty cool. But I will paint it up a bit. That's an amazing shade. Thank you. Doing a wash light really helps tie everything in together. Looking good. Thank you. Yeah, it seems to be. I've got it right. I think you could go lighter. I think you could go darker as well. Unfortunately, I am going to have to wait because they are wet. I may have to, like I say, there you go. There's a finishing detail, Gigan. I may have to verdigris the bone in the wings again on the inside. So that's a heavy shade. That's a heavy shade I put in there. I could put it in a lot less, I guess. But what can I say? I'm just getting excited, starting to geek out. Enjoying the painting, enjoying the company. This is cool. This is very cool. Yeah, I mean, that's such a cool brown, but not for some stuff. Gigan, I gotta run. Enjoyed hanging out and have a great stream. Thank you for tipping up, man. That's super cool, super unexpected. It's been awesome. Thank you, and keep a lookout. Keep a lookout for your videos. Take it easy. But what I may do is, I think right now I'm going to have a little break, let these dry, sort everything out. So get a coffee, I'm that age, I need the coffee, and then come back to these and do the other side of the wings. Oh, he needs his hair doing as well. Might just do that black and red. But I will be back. I will be back very, very shortly. 5 minutes or so. I think we've got a bit of a delay. I don't know how much, but a bit. So I will see you all in 5. So see you in a moment. Alrighty. I never had my roast chicken or my tea or my dinner, so I'm eating sweeties. Sorry. Okay. Try them what I think. I just push that into that paint. Nearly. I'm gonna need some more of the old skeleton horde. See Dan the man that can. Fancy looks very good so far. Oh, thank you. I think. Do they look scary? Do they look like things that are gonna come and do the job on you? Because honestly, that's all I'm aiming for. Don't be afraid to get it all on. Maybe a bit more of the pink. It's quite quick to do. As long as it's dried, it's quite a quick process, to be fair. Hey, little fox. Yeah, you know, less is more. It's included with the wash as well. Doing it all by itself, look. All by itself. Probably still darker. I'm going to go over that with red as well, you know, and then darken it right down again. See what happens. Oops. Hang on. What have I just done? That one. Alright. Loads of washing there. Take some out. When you've got that much washing, it's pouring out the wings. It's a bit too much. the holes in the wings. Mind you, saying that, it's such a model the way it's curving. Oh. Right, well, I can come back to that. That's a wash that I'll kind of remember. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Right, my fists are red and corn red, so I'm going to stick with the corn red. Yeah, stick with the corn red, keep it dark. And then maybe add some Mephiston in a moment. Going to have to go real world calling. Gem, thank you. Thank you. It's been super cool that you've come out and hung out how you have. Awesome. Thank you very much. And if I don't see you before, I will see you Friday. Did I get that right this time? I hope so. Who's the one with the hair? This guy. I know that that's wet and that's drying, but Papa can't wait to boop their snoots. I'm telling you, you're going further north. So super red. Wow. Is a nice red though. Then we'll put the black over the top of this. And over his head. Awesome. Okay, Friday. Friday it is. This is just a case of getting it on. I wish it was Friday already. Yeah, me too. I've got some stuff to do. Like I think I've told you. I'm sure I've I'm sure I've mentioned this fantasy that I'm like, I think I'm actually 7 recordings ahead of what I'm posting. And I'll give you little sneak peeks, nothing that'll, but that they're moving further north. They're moving further north. And in the calling, if people haven't figured it out, the further north you go, the deadlier it gets, the more potent everything seems to become. They've got some stuff ahead. You know, there may be trouble ahead. Man, I've got to so call that up. But you create maps as well, don't you? Is that for like VTTs? Can they be used for VTTs? I love it. The deadlier, the more interesting. Yeah, well, I don't purposely make anything easy. I purposely make stuff tricky or tough. Or else, what's the point in a fantasy game? But I'm pleased you like that. Like it like that too. It's cool. Balsamy, long adventures and shopping in towns are the most interesting. Yeah. As a player, I love losing myself. Like I'll go full in. I won't be me at the table. I'll be in character. So everything we go into, whether it's around a campfire, exchanging backstories or information, I'm there. I'm there for it. So when we go into towns, fill me with everything you've got. Tell me everything about the town. Like I'll get lost in it and I'll play in your world or in the world from the book that's been DM'd or something. I'm there completely. So I love all that aspect of it. But towns, there's just so much. If you allow people, or you're playing in a game and you're allowed that exploration, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a massive fan of the towns. An exploration, but I think I actually think it's all even for me because as I'm talking and thinking about it, I'm not gonna lie, I love the combat. I'm trying to play my Beastmaster or my Legend, like or probably most typically for most people, they're my Lord of the Rings or whatever it is, depending on the game. I'm just putting the red into the hair here. So I'm going to come over it with a black and see what we're left with. Contrast black, not pitch black. Contrast black. But I have. If you have a great party, you forget that you're playing D&D. Yeah. It's honestly, you'll see me. I don't know. I don't try and post anything. I'm only trying to ever post stuff out if there really is absolutely nothing happening in the production, like literally. Is that too wet? I'm talking too much. much again, probably. But I am really thinking. I really want to do another campaign or get a campaign going. I think it's probably feels more like pie in the sky at the moment. But I've got a plan for a Spelljammer campaign, which is not a lot of people's cup of tea, but I believe it can be done in a way that is cool. That is cool. I don't know. We'll see. For the maps, yes, but it usually was just PNG for VTT. Now we'll be adding Fog of War map. That is so cool. Yeah, man, that is so cool. I've only done a little bit of map building on Incarnate, like quick just relays, which would have been a PNG, and just had it on Roll20 for some of the earlier podcasts. And that was cool. That was cool to do. I'm asking you this. Because I am thinking of getting to grips with either Roll20 again properly or one of the other ones. I can't remember the other one off the name of my head. Foundry? Is it Foundry I'm thinking of? I might have mentioned it the other day. And I'm actually thinking on the Patreon of doing an online paid campaign. But I'm thinking about it. I'm working stuff out, and I would never want to do something that I can't do, especially technically or not do well enough. But I'm wondering if anything comes of this, if I push further or whatever, I'm wondering, would you be interested in doing like the maps and the ambience at all for the games? Because it would be for the calling, like I do on the stream. It would be allow other people to play in the calling, but online. So, was that something you'd be interested in? I.e., doing the maps, doing some ambiences. Like, I don't even mind paying. This is all, like I say, it's all pie in the sky, but I'm just wondering if that's something you'd be up for. Or something that you'd think about if it was happening. I think I'm going to get away with this, Mixing this red in with the brown and the pink. And I'm kind of getting away with it. Oops. It's okay. Maybe maybe I'm getting a little tired pushing this brush about, believe it or not. I think I'm definitely gonna have to come back in with that verdigris and just paint stuff back up, but maybe more red. I would love to. I'm already creating ambience and some scenes for the players. Yeah. I'd realised you were doing that, which is so cool. I've seen you ask on your, I think you've asked on your lives as well as your Patreon. Create for others and put it into your world. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I like that. That's quite a cool thing to be able to do as well, and have. That's really, really cool. It's like community project. The biggest. Wow, that's cool. Very, very, very impressive. Very impressive. I'd like to be able to do everything I'm doing. First and foremost, trying to be a father and a husband as well. I gotta try hard at that. It's to do more. It's commendable. It's massively commendable. What you do and what you put back in, and I hope I can. It's inspiring. It's inspiring, and I aspire to give like you do for the community. It's awesome. It really is awesome. It's cool. I think I might be getting away with this crazy, just random hair color. I mean, it's a bit bright, but I can darken it all down. Not quite sure what or why, but it's happening. I think a bit of black on that, it might look pretty cool. Let's take a bit longer to paint live though. We'll get it. I'll get it. It's a huge task and highly rewarding being a father. It is for two girls. It is for the two girls. Yeah. That bad English humour. I'm lucky. The only thing is the time. For example, sometimes it took me 2 weeks to create a map. Hey, yeah, you can't. Things aren't always to be rushed either. It is what it is. Really, it is what it is. But, I'm very, very lucky that. Do you know it's so different? I had I had a really, really good relationship with my mum growing up. But today it's even different with our kids, you know. Life's it's very different. It's very different. And it's I don't know. It's very different. It is very rewarding. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Hugely scary though. But good scary. I don't know. I think these are looking crazy with that hair. I don't know if I'm like a natural fan of it, but I'm liking it. Maybe I'm just really tired. Maybe I've lost my mind. I do have to bring back that verdigris colour a bit though in places. I know that. But going back, I've gone on a bit of a tangent and been painting, but yeah, if I decide to go ahead and do that, because I need to earn money as well, doing something, and I think my injury is too bad for the building trade to go back and earn money. So if I do decide to do this, that'd just be awesome. If you could create the maps and ambiences, and I'd use them, man. That's so cool. It's Do you know, I was shocked the other day. I was shocked when what was it I was looking at, because I'm still trying to catch up. There's a few people's stuff that I'm also trying to catch back date up with. Um, Yours and a few others, and Gig'em, for example. Some things I'm catching up and back on, and some of the bigger ones. Like you mentioned, Bardify, and it's like, yeah, I know Bardify. Bardify's massive. I was really surprised. I thought that you had. I don't know why, and I don't know how you don't. Looking at your subscriber count, I couldn't believe that you rat that. Like, not that it's a bad number or anything. It's amazing. I just assumed that I don't understand why you're not bigger. So as far as ambiences go and the music that I've been watching since you've started, it's good. It's good. It's really good. Like your ambience is a bang. I use your ambiences, and I've been using your ambiences over Bardify and over other people's. So to be fair, I use Bardify for a bit more of the battle music and stuff like that. I use your stuff, and I think it's really good. I was just really surprised. I thought that you'd have more subscribers than you did on YouTube. Thank you for that. A lot of people told me that I have lower numbers. Hey, you're welcome, because it's true. There's one thing I don't do. I don't lie. Yeah, they're surprisingly low. I'm gonna whatever I can do with my stuff. I'll be sharing you stuff from now on. I've actually realised that now I'm in control of my Facebook, or just recently, you've actually got to put a couple of hours every morning to the social media. Like, it takes me a while to get round everybody and see what everybody's up to that I'm interested in and reply and be part of the community. Live what we're meant to be doing, how we're meant to be doing it. And it takes a while, doesn't it, to like read replies, messages, and when YouTube or something hasn't sent you it at the right time and then you get it later or you miss it. I tend to. It's crazy, but I try and explain to people who don't do it, and they just look at me like I'm making it up on the time. They're just like, oh, it can't be that long, it can't be that bad. And it's like 2 hours can easily go. And then I'm doing it as and when, if something pings up whilst I'm working or whilst I'm doing something else. Watching somebody else's thing, and then you'll get a ping. Really is a job in itself. Or so I've found. Yeah, do you know what? I'm getting away with this here. I think I'm still going to add some, like, whoa, did I just paint all that wing then? Oh, I got away with it. Oh well. Doesn't look like I'll be doing a video on these, but it's all content, and it's been way more fun doing it live. Yeah. What do you think? Do we think they're fantasy worthy? I do want to make the eyes glow red as well, so I'll probably paint big red into the eye and then dry brush over and leave the red in glowing. Like, not a massive detail, but have red eyes. I don't know, man. I think that's pretty good. Or I'm happy with it. Maybe still not 100% sold on the hair. Slowly it's growing on me. But it's like my videos. I'm not a fan of any video I've ever edited. I have to, once I've edited it and cut it and chopped it and done it how I want, I have to like really really learn to like what I've just done to then do, because I do the voiceovers at the end. I just watch it and do the voiceovers in a wanna. Like there's no cutting, there's no prep work or anything. Because I've watched it about 5 times after I've edited it, and I've got to watch it and make myself like what what I've just done, and then just honestly try and talk about it. It's strange, man. Strange thing. Bardify is great. Bardify is great. Yeah. It's really hard at the beginning, answering, posting, creating stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll just have to do 2 hours every morning and then go on with the rest of my day, and then have a bit of routine to it. I love it. Red can work. Okay. Yeah, it could. Good. It's not what I had in my mind. Oh, I haven't done his little wings, have I? Oh, I haven't done that wing. Done that wing. I haven't done that wing. It's okay. It's an easy one to do. It's an easy colour to get back, that wash. That's for YouTube. A lot of people don't understand one thing I learned a few years. The first year should be only for testing what works and what doesn't. That's a pretty fair insight. Subscribers for now and views have less important for me than building community and testing what works. And that's what makes you you. It's impressive, and I'm a fan. Let me mix some of that again. I have a catalogue of videos, and now I see that some work a lot. Okay. Oh, I've put the wrong. There we go. Put the wrong stuff in. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, what a weird. I've done it again. That's a big pile of pink slop. Let's get rid of that. I definitely. I definitely think it's hard. It's not hard. It's a weird thing to do you, like whether it's what I'm doing here or my creating on my D&D or whatever, or you doing you with your ambiences, your music, your battle, your maps. It's a real weird thing to do you, to be you, to project you, but tailor yourself, but slightly tailor yourself for people. And I try and do that as a DM because, as excited as I am of being in the world, I want the people who are playing, the people who are there, I want them to want to be there and get lost in the world. So it's like that tailoring, but with YouTube, it's super intense, or any platform, I imagine. It feels like it's really zoned in. You've really just got to adapt, I think. I mean, I'm gonna start doing battle reps, battle reps, battle reports, battle raps. I ain't a rapper. I ain't a white rapper either. Um, yeah, some battle reports, and I have no idea what that's gonna do to the channel or not. I did notice, because I do terrain and painting and D&D, I've got a very bit of a flow, but that's what I want to do. Just nailed it with that comparison. Oh, cool. So yeah, I don't. All I know is that people who have commented on the style of my videos are going to possibly like other content that I do, almost regardless of content, unless it's something that they wouldn't really be interested in. But the style I can mimic and mimic and mimic. Style's part of it, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it does. You will see YouTube as DM in the future and other social media. Yeah. It's real. Oh. Well, like you can tell, I'm a pro at putting that on now. one of these will get. Yeah, yeah. Well, this is the thing with like I know Warhammer's big in the UK. Like it's a birthplace, and we love it. Us that geek for Warhammer love it. And I know that when I do painting on on the Warhammer models, the views go up. So I know that it's getting more views, and it may just bring people that are just interested in the channel, the community, as opposed to it just being the war thing. And that's part of the thing with the battle raps. I don't know why I'm saying raps. Honestly, I ain't a rapper. Nowhere near. Battle reps. One, I'm going to enjoy doing them and editing them. But two, I'm aware that if there's going to be audience brought, it will be because of the Warhammer side of it. But I feel massively fortunate that out of all the subscribers I get, like my D&D does about 100 views over a couple of months, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. I think that's insanely awesome and humbling. That's just so cool. And I don't think that's bad at all, considering. I think the painting vids do a couple of hundred. I think the Death Rattle Skeletons has done over 250 now or something, which is just ridiculous. I did a short the other day just with these Vargheists, saying that they're coming soon. And mind you, I know shorts do way more, but I feel like the channel's slowly doing more, but I get the views for the subscribers, so I don't know. It feels wholesome. Does that make sense? I don't know, man. I think these are looking pretty cool, and I'm going to try this black over this red hair. I think is really great number for D&D campaigns, say more than an hour long. Yeah. Yeah, because I just basically break one of my 3 hour. We're there for 4 hours, but we get about 3 hours because we like to babble and talk to each other before and after, during the break. So it splits into two. I don't think I've got one longer than an hour and a half now after the first one. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Going to like what I think you had said the other day about like a live stream. A live stream would be so easy for me without all that post editing, and because that takes me forever. Editing a campaign takes way longer than editing a video for a painting. Like it's a different ball game. It's not quite like a 3-week animation, but it's not far off for me. If I'm working on one solid, it's easy 5 days. Well, I'm only getting them out every 10 to 12 days. But I am picking up pace on that as well. Editing is it's real. Yeah, is real. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I like that this guy with the big hair's got a bit more red on him. I don't know, like there's something missing. Oh, I've not even painted any of that. Here we go. There's something missing. I'm not exactly sure what, and I'm not exactly sure how much. Ooh. I mean, colours. So basically, you have 1.2 plus views on every video. I'm happy. Colours look great. I love the inner side of the wing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This, I feel like this is the best. This is the best I can do as painting this type of thing, this style. I'm really happy with it. I think the wings on the outside, I'm massively happy because for me, I knew that if I wasn't happy with them, I would have probably had to have changed up everything else I was doing. But the inside of the wings, yeah, from a distance, they look absolutely insanely amazing. For my standard. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to go over the black with this. I don't know, because I think it looks dark fantasy, but I also think it looks like high fantasy. Definitely need to red the eyes though. and maybe go over a bit more with the verdigris in specific places, like actually paint it on a bit better. But yeah, I think that is basically going to be that. My phone's not exploded right next to my ear yet, but I think that's all my creativity been zumped out. But these are 95% done, basing and magnetizing, and maybe a shade here or there, but awesome. And thank you, Fantasy Craft Forge, for supporting me and hanging out with me whilst I paint these models. It's been super cool. Thank you very much. I love that it has that dark fantasy feeling. I think dark fantasy, as long as it's high fantasy, a high dark fantasy is my favourite in my mind, and I think I'll replicate that in all of the models that I end up painting. I'm excited. If I keep painting kind of how I am now. I'm excited what the models look like a bit later on in life, where I go with them or what I do with them, or whether I actually get any better or not. But I don't know. It's just been massively super cool to hang out and geek out on a paint sesh. So thank you. But I'm getting tired. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to close up shop, end the live on a massive high note before I drop in that big pink splodge of paint, and then you'll see a grown man cry. But yeah, I'm going to go see the wife, watch a cool film or something, and just chill out. But it's always a pleasure. The pleasure's the other way around, for real. And thank you. I'm trying to improve everything, and I'm trying to up my media games and stuff, and keeping a close eye. I've noticed earlier today you've put like a beach. You've got beach or something. Is that on your Patreon? I've seen a thing come up. Is that a new ambience? So I'll be looking for that and checking out a few other people as well that I saw things pinging today, but I was too busy trying to deal with the multi-stream that never happened. But we'll see. It'll come. But as always, thank you. Models are painted, just about. Probably get to see him in some photos of something, but it's been a massive pleasure. I'll catch you later. I'll see you on the other side.